Season after season, Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch has conditioned viewers to expect the unexpected, strange metals, forbidden caverns, inexplicable signals, and dangers that seem to escalate with every new investigation. Yet, even by the standards of this high-risk Utah mystery, the latest underwater excursion, led by Chad Ollinger, has stirred up a level of concern among fans that feels unprecedented. What started as another bold push to unearth the truth behind the ranch's enigmatic underground waterways quickly spiraled into one of the most nerve-wracking moments the series has offered to date. As the team turned their attention back to the ever-mysterious subterranean network beneath the property, the stakes felt higher than ever. Strange readings, unexpected collapses, and unpredictable water flow made the crew uneasy long before Chad ever suited up. But the circumstances surrounding this latest dive added layers of uncertainty that even veteran viewers felt traced the edge of catastrophe. The crew's determination to push deeper transformed curiosity into fear when it became clear that the underwater passage had changed, becoming narrower, darker, and far more unstable than they had encountered in previous seasons. The last attempt to explore this hidden water system had already shown how wild the currents could be and how quickly the structure could shift. But according to the investigators, time had reshaped the submerged channel once again, carving out new threats and concealing old pathways. The moment Chad stepped into the frigid water, the tension within the episode began building like pressure inside a sealed chamber. Longtime viewers sensed it immediately. Something about this dive felt different, and none of it felt good. The descent itself began smoothly enough, with Chad navigating the familiar entry point and following the earlier mapped route. But almost instantly, subtle cues suggested that this would not be a routine return. Silt drifted through the water in heavy clouds, visibility shrank to almost nothing, and the sound of shifting rock echoed eerily through the confined space. The slightest movement sent debris spiraling upward, turning the scene into a dissolving landscape where nothing stayed still long enough to decipher. Fan reaction surged the moment the episode aired, with many describing a growing panic as the camera captured glimpses of the underground world that Chad was attempting to conquer. The oppressive quiet, the claustrophobic passage, and the unstable ceiling made viewers feel like they were trapped there with him. Each faint tremor of the rock overhead seemed to steal the air from the room. The tension tightened as Chad drifted farther from the surface, navigating blind corners and narrow slits in the bedrock with only instinct and fragmented equipment readings to guide him. The unexplained anomalies detected by the sonar earlier in the episode lingered in everyone's minds. Whatever was causing those strange pings and reflections seemed to sit kilometers away, yet disturbingly close. Theories began swirling among fans. Perhaps a metallic chamber, maybe a collapsed mine from ancient settlers, or even a geological oddity causing magnetic distortion. But regardless of the underlying cause, what mattered most was that these anomalies compelled the team to search, and that search now had Chad isolated underwater with no room to maneuver. As he approached what they believed to be the source of the inexplicable readings, the situation deteriorated rapidly. The water grew colder, the current sharpened, and the passage narrowed to such an alarming degree that viewers described having to look away. It became clear that if the waterway constricted any further, Chad would be unable to turn around or adjust his position. The margin for error disappeared completely. The lighting rigs struggled to illuminate the environment, creating fragmented visuals that flickered across jagged stone. Fans noted the unsettling sensation of the camera revealing only pieces of Chad's surroundings, an elbow brushing rock, fingers trailing against sediment, air bubbles vanishing into darkness, and the faint silhouette of the cavern walls squeezing inward. Each passing second increased the sense that something catastrophic might happen without warning. The moment the underwater structure groaned, everything shifted. The faint cracking noise reverberated through the water, triggering a heavy wave of silt that temporarily created a blackout on screen. The team on the surface scrambled to interpret the garbled data as signals flickered. The tension mounted as viewers were forced to endure a long segment of disorientation, unable to see clearly, unable to know what was happening, and unable to tell whether Chad had become stuck in the shifting corridor. This is the exact kind of scenario that draws fans to Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, but it's also the kind of moment that leaves them rattled long after the credits roll. The combination of unpredictable geology, vast unexplored systems, and tight underwater environments crafted a disaster scenario waiting to unfold. And because Chad has built a reputation for pushing limits, fans felt the anxiety intensify as he attempted to push through the narrowing maze instead of retreating. The show has highlighted Chad's determination repeatedly. Whether he's operating highly specialized equipment, crawling through dangerous cavities, or navigating the ranch's treacherous terrain, he rarely exercises caution in small measures. Viewers admire his fearlessness, but also understand that such boldness comes with consequences. This latest dive showcased that balance supremely. Courage weighed against hazard, instinct weighed against risk. What concerned many fans most was the silence. For large stretches of the underwater segment, the episode allowed the oppressive quiet to dominate the screen. No music, no narration, no team chatter, only the sound of water and the uneasy creaks of shifting stone. It was as if the entire ranch held its breath. Social media erupted with commentary from viewers who described the experience as one of the most nerve-shredding moments of the series to date. When Chad finally reached the broader chamber at the end of the constricted passage, fans hoped the danger had passed. Yet what he found there introduced a new layer of concern: fragments of broken stone, unusual metallic sediment, and a disturbing void stretching downward into an even deeper pocket of the cavern. This opening, darker and more cavernous than anything documented so far, represented either a monumental breakthrough or a step towards something far more treacherous. The geological formations, scattered throughout the chamber, suggested ongoing movement beneath the ranch. Some formations appeared recently collapsed, while others looked freshly exposed. The metallic sediment baffled viewers, who immediately started theorizing online about possible origins. Some connected the debris to earlier speculation about Spanish mining operations, while others wondered whether it could be tied to volcanic activity or even meteorite fragments. The show thrived on these mysteries, but discovering potential proof in an unstable underwater cavern only amplified viewers' dread. As Chad inspected the area, the current intensified again, sweeping sediment into thick spirals and making navigation difficult. This is where panic among fans reached its peak. The lowering visibility, the unpredictable water flow, and the possibility of the chamber collapsing made every movement look perilous. The camera's unstable positioning only added to the sense of uncontrolled danger. What really pushed fan concern over the edge was the moment Chad attempted to retreat but struggled against the intensified current. His movement slowed, debris swirled violently, and the already narrow channel seemed to pulse with shifting pressure. Viewers felt that the ranch itself was resisting his escape, pulling him deeper instead of letting him go. The fear became palpable as small rocks tumbled from above, bouncing off the cavern walls in slow drifting arcs. The surface team watched their monitors glitch in and out, trying to interpret the faint signals. The tension in the episode was magnified by their inability to intervene. Fans mirrored that powerlessness, describing the experience as one of the most stressful sequences they had witnessed on the show. Every flicker of the monitor symbolized a breath held by viewers around the world. The escape from the underwater labyrinth became a harrowing sequence that felt far longer than it actually was. Each meter Chad regained seemed fragile, hard-won, and uncertain. The danger of becoming wedged in the narrowing stone was constant, and the possibility of the cavern collapsing loomed over the entire retreat. Fans later remarked that they didn't realize they had stopped breathing until the camera finally showed him emerging from the water with a shaking, exhausted posture that confirmed the severity of the dive. Fear turned into relief, but the relief came laced with lasting doubt. The episode closed with a montage of the new data, the unprecedented cavern layout, and the unexplained metallic observations, all tantalizing discoveries overshadowed by the clear reality that Chad had narrowly escaped disaster. Viewers were left questioning whether the pursuit of answers at Blind Frog Ranch had finally crossed a line into unacceptable danger. This underwater ordeal cemented what fans have been saying for months. The deeper the team digs into the ranch's mysteries, the more unpredictable and hazardous everything becomes. Each new breakthrough seems to bring an equal or greater risk, and Chad's latest dive exemplified the razor-thin line separating determination from disaster.